Hello, hoop heads. It's your boy Blitz Renegade back again, keeping it no holds barred, no flags thrown, and sometimes no fouls drawn. On today's day, uh, 3/15, the day after Pi Day, we're gonna be doing a special video. You see the title. I don't even gotta say nothing. I already know it is over. Some of y'all are already seething and shaking and heated from what I am about to say. But this is good. Y'all need to hear this. I love basketball and I respect greatness, but I'm tired of people doing this. Don't do it to them, Blitz Renegade. But before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for tuning in to the Royal Red Zone channel. All right, let's do it. I don't want to do this to y'all. I do not want to, but I got to. I'm sorry. 10 reasons, 10 quick reasons why Michael Jordan is not the GOAT. LeBron James is. First, I'm going to start it off by just giving you guys a honorable mention. We always want to bring up rings, right? We always want to bring up championships. Well, Mr. 6-0 in the finals, he doesn't even have the most rings. He does not even have the most rings. That would go to a Mr. Bill Russell on the Boston Celtics. He has 11 rings. What about Robert Horry from the Los Angeles Lakers? Also, they shared the same coach. Some of y'all wouldn't know that because y'all are casuals. But that's just an honorable mention. I'm coming with the facts. I have notes here, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything you know about basketball, but I know enough. So I'm not like Stephen A. or Skip Bayless or any of these marks who just mark out for Michael Jordan and these old era and these old heads. But we're not going to sit here and just because every time LeBron does something, we're going to go back and chase the ghost of MJ. We're not doing that. It's time to give the king his credit, give the king his props. So, reason number one, LeBron is the greatest overall player in the history of the league. Let's list off some of the king's accomplishments right here. LeBron, 50,000 points. This thing needs to be updated, but he has now 15,000, or sorry, 50, excuse me, come on now, 50,000 career points. 10,000 plus assists. That's more than Magic. That is more than Stockton. And that is more than than Michael Jordan himself. And then 10,000 rebounds also. And this is also, you know how they always say that Jordan is a scorer and he's an assassin and all that stupid stuff? Well, how does the assassin have less points than the king? Make some sense. Okay. Reason number two, longevity and durability. Jordan played 15 seasons. LeBron's still dominating in year 21. 22 now, I think, because LeBron came in the league when so when I was born, LeBron came in the league. So, yeah. And then another thing, they compare LeBron to his old self. In 2003, they compare him to himself then. They compare him to his rookie year. They compare him to when he went to Miami. And then they compare him to when he was in Cleveland the second time in 2015. So, but they don't do that with no Jordan. That dude was garbage up in Washington. And then they defend him. They defend him and they're like, oh, when he was in Washington, he was only doing it because he wanted to buy the team. Nobody wants to hear none of that. Nobody wants to hear none of that. If LeBron was playing like garbage, they would be calling him out and saying he's trash and he needs to give it up. But this dude retired 2 times, came back to basketball. Garbage. But LeBron, 22 years of straight greatness, dominating for 2 decades. Don't play with the king. Number 3. This is going to have so many panties in a bunch because all these old heads love to act like the NBA is soft and garbage and all this stuff. But LeBron faced way, way harder competition nowadays. Come on now. So I'm gonna list off a couple of the teams that Michael Jordan ran into. 36-year-old pedophile Malone, Charles Barkley. Can you guys name anybody on that Suns team? If you guys can name anybody on that Suns team without looking it up, then you get a cookie. Clyde Drexler. I think that when they played the Portland Trail Blazers, Clyde Drexler was a whole shell of himself. 35-year-old HIV Magic. He ain't beating nobody. And then it took him like 6 years to beat the Celtics. It took him like 3 years to beat the Pistons. They were beating him down. They were beating him down. And he couldn't even make it to the championship, let alone winning it. He couldn't even make it to the finals. But they want to get on LeBron because he was out here losing to real teams. The Spurs, 2007, 2013, and 2014, they played against the Spurs. They played against that Oklahoma City team with a young KD, a young Russ, a young Harden. Are you serious? They played against the Warriors. The Warriors with Steph, Clay, Draymond, beat them, came back 3-1, and then they added Kevin Durant. What was he going to do with that? Really, tell me what he was going to do with that. The '08 Celtics, who destroyed the Lakers with Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Rajon Rondo. I'm not even going to, this doesn't even matter, but Derrick Rose, Bulls, MVP Derrick Rose, in which LeBron should have won that MVP. They didn't let him win that MVP because it was getting scary, spooky for Jordan because LeBron was going crazy getting all them MVPs back then. But I digress. Jordan didn't play for real competition in the NBA Finals. Argue with a wall. Reason 4. Playoff success across the eras and the teams. Jordan fans love screaming, like I said, that 6-0, acting like that's the only stat that matters. But let's go back to it. Jordan missed the finals 9 times and was swept twice in the first round. Bro had to learn how to win. On the other hand, LeBron made it to the finals 10 times. 10 times. Carried the garbage 2007 Cavs team to the finals with bums like Larry Hughes and that Andres Iguodala. I can't even say this bum's name. Iguodala. 2018, J.R. Smith, Henny God, J.R. Smith, running with the ball backwards, thinking that they were up. Bro didn't even know the score. And then I got into a huge argument with some frauds the other day, talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers team that came back 3-1. The year before when they lost to the Warriors, Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt. So I don't want to hear nothing about how go Kyrie and Kevin Love are bums. And quite frankly, yes, because when it was time for LeBron to lean and depend on them, they were nowhere to be found. Letting him get whooped on. And then Kyrie talk about, I need to go to a different team because I want to shine. I don't want to be here under riding LeBron's coattails. Goes to Boston and just acts like a diva. And LeBron still made it to the finals that year. The year that Kyrie left, LeBron still was in the finals. And then it's just frowned down upon, looked over. Reason number 5, coaching. You guys, okay, this was another thing that I argued with the people in my class about. Bro couldn't even tell me the Bulls coaches. He couldn't even tell me who the Bulls coach was. And I remember seeing a meme. I'm going to put it up in this video. There was the starting 5 for the Bulls. It was Tony Kukoc, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Michael Jordan, and like Steve Kerr or John Paxson. Bro, the Bulls had a squad. People, they were like talking about how that was a squad. But then all of a sudden, whenever I argue with Jordan fans, they want to tell me that Jordan was carrying dudes and these dudes were bums. He was not carrying them dudes. He was not carrying them, bro. He didn't even start winning until Scottie Pippen got there. Phil Jackson created the perfect offense for them, got them the best. The front office was so good. Jerry Krause, everyone loves to hate on him, but Jerry Krause was that dude. Getting them all them players to win all those championships. But I digress. But LeBron's coaches, Mike Brown, who you guys probably couldn't even tell me anything about him. Sacramento coach, and he helped out with the Warriors, but then he got fired. Um, David Blatt, he no one knows what he's doing. Frank Vogel, he got fired after they won the title in the Lakers for the Lakers. But y'all always want to say that that's a bubble ring and it doesn't matter. Acting like the COVID ring just doesn't mean anything. When I disagree, but that's a whole different thing. And then Tyrone Lue, which is probably his best coach. But are we really about to sit here and put Tyrone Lue on the same pedestal as Phil Jackson? Me thinks not. Imagine if LeBron served his whole career with one coach that was Phil Jackson caliber. I don't want to play the hypothetical game because I can already hear my dog XJ saying, "Oh, you're going to do the hypothetical?" So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to digress. But we can imagine. All right. This is going to hurt a lot of MJ fans because they think that LeBron has no bag. But if I'm looking at the numbers right now, field goal percentage, LeBron has MJ by like, man, it's not even 1%. It's like point percentage, but it's 49.7 MJ for his career, and it's 50.5, and it's still going up for LeBron. Also, LeBron is a better 3-point shooter than Jordan, 34.6 from three. MJ is 32.7 from three, so he's a more efficient scorer. Reason 7, LeBron is more of a playmaker. Let you tell it. When it comes to passing, Jordan never even averaged 7 assists per game in a season. LeBron leads the league in. LeBron has led the league in assists. He leads it in 2020, and also he elevates his teammates. He can get it done with nobody's on his team. Mo Williams, Matthew Dellavedova, Austin Reeves. You guys aren't gonna sit here and tell me that Austin Reeves would be this good if LeBron wasn't on that team. I'm gonna leave it at that. LeBron wins everywhere. Jordan only won in Chicago with that stacked team. LeBron won 3 titles with 3 different franchises: 2 with Miami, 1 with Cleveland, 1 with LA. Goats can win anywhere. Jordan ain't done nothing. Yes, give credit to Jordan for this. He elevated Chicago and made them relevant, and they still are relevant to this day because of him. But I'll leave it at that. LeBron holds basically all the records in the NBA, and I don't want to hear none of this. Oh, it's because he played 20 years stupidity, because I can name to you a couple players who've played 20 years and don't hold titles. Vince Carter, Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo. There's a couple more players, but there's players in the league who've played, Andre Iguodala played 15, 16, 17 years, and they don't hold any all-time leading. Like, come on now. What are we talking about? I don't even have to say anything, but LeBron has most playoff points, most playoff wins, top 5 in assists, and the all-time point scorer. 50K. Stop playing with that man. And lastly, the eye test. Jordan 6'6", 215, definitely a great athlete at the time. But if we drop LeBron, 6'9", 250 frame, faster, stronger, more durable, still dominant, come on now. LeBron was literally made in a lab. It ain't even close. But yeah. So my final take is I think that Jordan is an all-time great, and I definitely think I don't think he's like some bum. Like, I don't think he's, I just think he's number 2 in my opinion. But we got to put our nostalgia to a side, take off the blinders, and actually think about it. Would Jordan really be able to hang with the Warriors? I don't think so. So if you just think that the 6-0 is the only reason why, then you just need to drop your bias for a second and actually think about LeBron's numbers, competition, longevity, and his skills. Everything is all about LeBron. The GOAT, GOAT, because he's still doing it in year 22, playing like it's year 1, baby. King James. That's it for your boy, Blitz Renegade. Like I said, I keep it no holds barred, no flags thrown, and sometimes, occasionally, like today, no fouls drawn. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and get in those comments. Let me hear what you can handle. I know y'all didn't want to hear that, but I had to do it to them. Blitz Renegade is out. Peace.